you draw this one as part of the planning phase. You draw those ones as part of the planning phase, and of course, that is after, that is before you ask for a quotation. Here we are assuming that you already identified the supplier. You already identified the suppliers. That okay, at least those are the potential suppliers. You identified them. Now you do all these ones at this first stage, the planning stage. Then later, what do you do?
Step planning.
No, we are still in step 1. Just to introduce. Okay, we are assuming that the procurement that you're going to undertake is the procurement of goods, or probably the procurement of works. When you're saying works, you're talking about maybe construction activities and all that. So, one of the first tactics of implementation of this activity programs, that is the planning, in the planning phase, is to prepare a list of goods and all the equipment to be procured, as well as the works to be constructed and the services to be provided. Is either you want some services, or you want some goods, or else you want some works to be done. You prepare a list of such kind of things that you want. Now, then, when it comes to what we call the implementation stage, okay, so we were saying, still in this planning stage, the other thing that we do is to list down all what you want. If at all it is to do with the goods, at least we need to clearly list down the goods that need to be procured. If it is works, we need to list them down, that these are the works we need to carry out. If it is equipment, they have to be listed down clearly. Then, planning, we also have to draw a schedule, or in other words, an implementation schedule. So this implementation schedule, in other words, is the part that needs to be followed in the entire procurement process. So we are assuming that what we're going to procure here is the works, construction works. Definitely, we should always have a schedule at which the implementation of that thing will be done. The construction, when are we going to start the works? And when are we expecting to get done the works or complete the works? At times when there are construction works happening, we always see those boards that they indicate the period through which the project is going to be implemented. Others say, no, we're going to finish this one in 90 days, we're going to finish this one in so much days. That is the schedule, and that schedule is drawn by the contracting authority. It's you who is giving this schedule to the contractor. So it can be the construction work, as we are saying, or the provision of certain services. They should always still have a schedule that at least within this time period, we are going to receive, or we're going to have these services. Or if it is the goods, based on that schedule, you are able to tell that we're going to have this goods at least within this particular period, and you have reasons for that. That is still part of the planning phase. Now, whenever you are putting all those things in place, let's say the schedules for the list of whatever you want to do, this and that, you do that in accordance with the requirements of the PPA. You just don't do these things out of rules. So the guidelines of the PPA must always be in consideration. You should always consider those ones. The procurement plan shall be in accordance with the requirements of the PPA and the regulations. Now we have step number 2. Now, step number 2 is the bidding methods. The bidding methods and the documents. Step number 2. Bidding methods and documents. Now, there are a number of bidding methods that are always there whenever you want to get some work done, or maybe some service provision, or maybe the supply of support. There are different methods that we're going to speak. Now, those methods are categorized into different categories. The first category is open tendering. Let us talk about open tendering and what happens in this one. Basically, even before we look at this open tendering, we should take note that the bidding methods, they vary from procurement to procurement. Procurement is procurement, but it varies also, or it differs depending on the size of an organization, probably the volume of the things you want to procure, or the size of the procurement itself. How do we value procurement? Probably we can value procurement in terms of the monetary value, or how bulky whatever your procurement is. So the sizes always differ. So the differences in sizes of the procurement will also determine the method that you are going to use. The size of an organization that is involved in this can also determine the method that can be used. Right? For example, an organization that is procuring probably motor vehicles, office furniture, and some other things. The kind of procurement that can happen there is different from the procurement that can happen here. If I say, can you go there by Kitemo and procure a ream of papers? The process cannot be the same, isn't it? Yes. So, depending on the volume of the procurement, or the size of the procurement, the size of the organization, the nature of the goods to be procured, and of course many other factors, this one will always determine the type of, or the methods to be employed in this case. So we are saying open tendering. Now, when we are looking at open tendering, this one is a kind of procurement process that is basically free or open to the general public. Many people are also, in fact, the general public is always at liberty to do the tendering, or to compete, or to apply for this kind of a tender. There are less restrictions on this one. So, this kind of tendering, as I saying, is always open for all. But who are these all? The qualified bidders. It is always open to all qualified bidders, not each and every person. So, normally what happens is, here an organization has identified a need, and they say, we need this kind of a service, or we need this kind of goods, or we need this kind of work to be done for us. You have identified it. The next is you advertise the general public, or you make the general public aware. But now, in your advertisement, you always specify clearly the work to be done, or the service to be provided, or the goods that you are in need of. You specify clearly the conditions, and you specify clearly the specifications, and of course, in short, your requirements are always specified in that advertisement. So it means only those that feel they can meet these requirements are the ones that can apply. So these are the ones we refer to as qualified ones. These are the ones that we say no, these are qualified ones. Those that are meeting the requirement. But now, for them to fully qualify is now based on you evaluating them after they submitted their documents and see that okay, yes, these are really qualifying and are meeting our requirements. But to begin with, those that are qualified are always given a chance to apply for this one. Now, this invitation, this advertisement that is sent to the people of the general public, what do we call it in procurement? You remember we discussed this sometime back. This advertisement that I will take the general public. That here we need this one, we need electricity, please come here and apply. I agree. Invitation is forbidden. Yes, invitation forbidden or invitation to be. So in this kind of a document, all those requirements they have to be specified there. To full and another person is just by these specifications, these conditions, under these terms, and so on and so forth. So those that feel like they can meet those ones are the ones that are advisable to apply. So that is one method. Then we have this one below. Of course, under this one, the number of steps that are in there as well. Of course, when we were discussing that one, I think something that we discussed a bit of it. There is always step by step that is for these things in open tender. Of course, there is what we call an elimination process that takes place under this method. Because many people will always apply, but by and by you keep streaming. From stage to the other stage, you stream. From this stage to the other, you keep streaming. Just like that. So, anyway, that is one method. Then, there is this other method that we call restricted tendering method. Restricted tendering method. Now, when the goods, works, or services are only available from a limited number of suppliers, and all of whom are known to the procuring entity, then those such situations are rare. What happens is that only these ones are the ones that are notified or that are recommended for the tendering or for the tendering process. Restricted tendering method is a kind of a tendering method that happens when the suppliers of such a service or work or goods are always very limited in your area where you are in. So you can say, we only have 4 or 5 potential suppliers of this kind of a service. Why do we have to bother ourselves to advertise the general public out there? Why can't you just tell this before and at least compete? So in that case, it means the competition is only restricted to this few. Yeah, so following a number of factors, a contracting authority or a procurement agency may choose to always just advertise to very few firms or individuals. In that case, we say the tendering that is happening there is not open, but it is restricted. Then, there is this other method also that we call request for quotations method. Request for quotations method. That is another method that is used. So, what happens with this one? This method can be selected in the cases of the readily available standard goods we are looking at the situation through which this method can be applied or employed. When the standard goods are readily available, or we are talking about small works, if it is to do with small works, this one can also be used. Routine services. But in all these situations, at least the method can be always applied in accordance with the provisions of the PPGA. In as far as the PPGA is concerned, and the guidelines are concerned, one can choose to just use this shortcut. Why do we involve PPGA in this case, or why are we using PPGA in this case? It is because the method, this method also, is kind of a restricted one. It is considered to be wrong. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Then, yeah, so this one sounds like a restricted kind of, because it is only few suppliers who may be notified of this one, who may be requested for quotations. So what happens is, you already have this one probably in your database. You know them, and you know that this one they always have the available standard services or goods already handled. So you know them, they are there in your database. Or else you need more work to be done, not much complicated. Now, that being the case, you don't need complicated processes. But PPGA guidelines should always be followed to avoid being accused of being biased. Now, there is another method also. We call it direct procurement method. Direct procurement method. This direct procurement method can only be used when competitive methods do not apply or are not justified. This can only be used when competitive methods do not apply or are not justified. You see no reason to apply competitive methods. So that's why we are saying they are not justified. No reason to apply those ones. Why are you not justifying competitive methods? There are reasons why you cannot justify, you cannot use competitive methods. One of the reasons is probably there is only one supplier that has the technical capability or capacity to fulfill the requirements. There is only one supplier around who has the technical capability and capacity to fulfill the requirements. So, you are in this area and you want to drill a borehole. And in and around here, there is only one person who is capable of drilling the boreholes. It is the only person that you know that drills the boreholes. What do you need to do? What do you do here? Definitely, you are going to just go directly to that person and that person may go. No need to go to multiple individuals. These ones, they are not meant for you to write all of them. You cannot copy all these ones because you still have some time to read. But for the sake of your memory, at times you just capture one sentence or one or two words so at least it helps. So we were saying this direct procurement method can only be used in circumstances like the ones that we are seeing here. Say there is only one supplier who has the technical capacity or capability to fulfill that one. That being the case, there is no need for you to go around and labor yourself with all those other processes. There can also be another situation where there is an emergency. So something needs to be done urgently and you do not have time with you to say no, let's do this and that. Because the problem that is or the situation that needs quick response or quick action. If that can be the case, we use direct procurement method. And another situation is, there can be the situation where the procuring entity having procured goods, works and services from a supplier, determining that additional goods, works or services must be procured from the same source. So, for the reason of standardization, I don't think there can be a reason for you to undergo the process again. For example, initially, when you were taking the initial procurement, or when you were undergoing the initial procurement, probably you followed those other methods, let's say open tendering and everything. You went through all those steps up until you procured whatever you needed. But now, after some time, there is a need for additional services, or maybe additional works to be procured from the same. You do not have to go back and go through that process again. You can just use direct procurement method. That is another conditionality that can allow you to do this. And there is a situation where for a readily available standard low value goods, values are not exceeding the threshold of determined by the PPTA. What you are procuring are not that much. And you are allowed to do that by PPTA provisions. In this case, what it means is the PPTA provides for the opportunity that you can procure some items or some goods that are of low value and probably in a very low quantity. That is the case, no need for you to undergo this rigorous process because you are being backed up or you are being defended by the PPTA. Then we have the two-stage tendering method. Now, what is this one? This two-stage tendering method can be used or can be employed in case of some large and complex works. Large and complex works. You can always use this two-stage tendering method. Now, what is it involved in this two-stage tendering method? This one, as you say, it can be applied in some complex works, large scale works, in fact, construction works, whereby the service providers of such kind of works are a bit limited on the market, but it's not only one. They are limited, but there are of course a number of them, the quite number of them, that's enough. There can be 3, 4, or 5, that's enough. You think they can be capable of undertaking such kind of huge project. So, first, you use the first stage, which we call pre-qualified tendering. Then, the other one, the open tendering. So, what you do with the pre-qualified is like you advertise to the prospective contractors or prospective suppliers that should make themselves available. Here we are assuming that you don't know that who are available in the market. So, at first stage, you always advertise for qualification. 20 or 30 people can always apply for that one, for the qualification. Then from there, you always select the ones that you feel like at least they have the capacity and the capability. So out of 20 or 30 that can apply, you may choose 5 or 6 and put them on reserve. It means stage 1 is done. Now, the stage 2 is when now you notify them whenever they are awake that you are intending to we are asking for your quotation. So, from the quotations that these people will submit is where now the examination method will start from. So, that process that follows, that comes after they have submitted the quotations, going downwards to the point of awarding a contract to the successful one is stage number 2 in this two-stage tendering method. So, it is basically applied in complex situations, complex works, or sophisticated information, ICT systems. That is not straightforward and simple for the provider entity to decide. So, the bidding process now, this bidding process includes some steps as well.
Is this step number 3?
Yes, that's step number 3. By the step number 1, the procurement plan. It's like we are under procurement steps. Then there was procurement plan. We proceeded the bidding methods and documents, and of course we have what we call the third one is the bidding process now. What happens to this one? The bidding process includes the following steps. The issuance of bidding documents. The issuance of bidding documents to the bidders. You are a contracting authority and you are expecting some people to give you some services. You want to contract some other people, and these people are the bidders. So they say you issue the bidding documents to these people. So after you advertise, after you issue that the IFB at the initial stage, people always respond. And in that IFB, you always tell them that you can always come to our premises and get the bidding documents. So there can be a charge that is attached to that one. You charge them and they get the documents. But of course, they need to get the documents at an affordable, of course, price or a reasonable price, so as not to discourage the potential bidders from participation. Other than this discourage if the price that you are charging on the documents are a bit exorbitant. You say, hey, but my documents are going to say, I think it's about all the things. I don't want the one to say about, but they have to be reasonable. So, the bidders, they have to be given a reasonable period of time to obtain the bidding documents, prepare a bid, and submit it to the procuring entity. It cannot be reasonable and practical that you issue an IFP today and you expect the following morning the organization or maybe the bidder to submit the tender or the tender document. It can't wait that way. Because of this time to prepare that document, to think about it, and to put a lot of considerations in place, then to make a final decision. So at least they need to be given a reasonable time. And the lead time for the preparation of bids depends on the procurement in question. There can be some bids that are being complex, depending on how complex the works in question are concerned. We are assuming that there is a tender including the supply of computers to an organization. Maybe an organization needs somebody to be supplying them on a monthly basis, maybe 5 or 10 computers every month, or maybe 10 computers every 6 months. That one can be a tender that is less complex. Then there can be another one that involves probably construction work, ICT services and all that. Those ones, to prepare such a bid cannot be done within a day or two. It's 2 days time. So, you as a construction authority, when you are asking these people to submit their bids, you have also to consider the nature of the procurement. Therefore, the lead time that you are going to indicate in your evaluation should always reflect the nature of the procurement to be undertaken. So, you as a construction authority, you have to be considerate and reasonable now. Because in that advertisement or in that evaluation, you always indicate that at least you should submit your bid by such a date. That date is like a deadline. So when you're putting that deadline, at least it should be reasonable enough to give them enough time to prepare. That's what we are saying here. Okay, so for example, for large people, the bidders need much more time than the procurement of simple goods, as simple as it is. Now, in most large civil procurement, there are provisions in the bidding documents for a site visit and a review conference to allow potential bidders to visit the site and to seek clarification on the bidding documents. As part of the bidding process, and the works that are in question here are construction works of large and complex construction works. As part of the bidding process, the prospective bidders, they always need what we call a site visit. They shall need to go and visit the place where the project needs to be carried out, so that at least they can make an informed decision when they are completing the bidding documents. What I'm saying, we need construction of this stretch of the road. Let's say 20 or 10 kilometers long stretch of the road. That's what is in the That's what is the invitation. I was alive. I want to go and mask. Didn't know. When one is determining the cost of constructing something, in this case, for example, a road, there are a lot of things that are always put into consideration. And one of the things is the terrain or how the area is. The road here is different. That's the terrain, the geography of that area. That is when it comes to construction. So that is apart from the other thing that is going, they are going to be used today. But you have to see the terrain. What kind of machinery shall I need to use here? What kind of materials shall I need to use in this kind of a terrain? The end of the day, how much is going to cost me? That is the bidder. So, before completing the bidding document, there can be a need for this person to do a site visit. So, there is a site visit here, and of course, what we call pre-bid conferences. So, on a good one show that I address my bidders. Here is a kilometer of community. There will be some of the process of Those are that can always be done in this kind of process. So we are on the first step, and that is the issuance of the bidding documents. It includes that one also. Now, there can be also a situation where the documents need to be modification. So modifications to bidding documents or request for clarification. That's another step in step number 3. Okay, so at any time, before the deadline of the submission of bid, the procuring entity may, at its own initiative or after a specific request for clarification from a potential bidder, modify the bidding document by issuing an addendum to be promptly delivered to all the prospective bidders. There can be other areas in the bidding document that are probably ambiguous and are not, the bidders are not understanding properly, or probably are not satisfied, and they have suggestions that I think this one can be modified. Why can they be modified? So these people can always modify the organization or the procuring entity on those observations. They can bring their attention to those observations. So a procuring entity may find a platform to clarify or amend the bidding document. Now, suppose that notification to amend the bidding document has been issued to the bidder in a very short time. What can happen is we have this public procurement, and you are ready for your rating, and I will catch up. Yeah. So we are saying there can be a situation where the bidders have noticed something, have observed that I think there are some areas that need to be evaluated regarding the bidding documents, or else there are some kind of ambiguities in the documents, areas that are not understanding fully. They can always request the procuring entity to amend the bidding documents or probably clarify in some other areas. So in this case, the procuring entity will always send this response or this notification of amendment to the bidder. But now, here we are told that if this notification of amendment to the bidding document has been sent within a very limited time period or within a short period of time, this procuring entity shall have to adjust the submission deadline. So, let's say for the amendment to be made now by the bidder, it needs probably 2 or 3 weeks more. Definitely, if the deadline was tomorrow or the deadline was the next 3 days, it means it has to be extended by those 2 or 3 weeks, so that the bidder should have ample time to also refit the bidding documents, or else to meet the requirements of the bidding documents. This is done in the spirit of fairness and inclusivity. Nobody should be left behind. Nobody should be saying, no, I failed because the time was limited. We asked for amendment, but after the amendments were done, we were only given 2 days, so we didn't have enough time to do whatever we were supposed to do. To avoid such scenarios, these ones can always postpone the submission deadline and probably extend it to enable bidders to take the amendment into account. because here they say the minimum extension period should be 1 year. That's minimum. But we are not being told the maximum amendment period. Why are they saying that the maximum? It is because our procurement process differs from procurement to procurement. So we cannot say within a week or two, because to take into consideration those amendments can still take some time as well. Now, the amendments have been done. Step number 3, what happens? Then we have bid submission. We have bid submission. So, the bid has to be submitted in a sealed envelope and open in public at the time and place specified in the bidding documents. Okay. You've now prepared your bidding documents, and they need to be submitted actually to a place that is designated by the procuring entity. When you are applying for whether the supply of goods or the supply of services or some work, what kind of envelopes do we submit? If you want to remember. Or Francis, you can remember. How many envelopes do you have to submit? 2? Not 3? Which one? Yeah. So 3 documents, or 3 copies, sorry, I think 3 copies. One should be with the bidder. One should be with you, the bidder. The other one with the people who are interested in the program entity. Okay, the 3 copies. Right? But now, these 3 copies, it can either be 3 copies, even 4 copies, it is possible. But those copies, they have still to be divided into 2 different whatever. Okay. For example, what you're saying here is, you have a document, one type of a document, you put it in an envelope, you submit it, but then you must have 3 copies. That's what you're saying. So you see, when you're going to the procuring entity to submit, you only submit 1 envelope. In this case, what you're saying. Because now, you submit an envelope containing a copy of that document, and 1 copy you keep, and the other copy you give to somebody else, as you're saying. Maybe an interested party, finally. But now, what you are more concerned with is the actual documents that you submit thereby at the procurement entity space. How many are they? Forget about the copies, but how many types of documents do you have to submit them? So, basically, there are always 2 envelopes that you submit there. There are always 2 envelopes that you submit there. Now, if there is a need for those copies, as we are suggesting, it means you have 3 copies of those 2 types of documents. This one envelope should have 2 more copies, and this other envelope should also have 2 more copies. If we are to have 3 copies, I will get on that one. One document the one is of how you are going to execute the project or the work in question. So you write the details on how you're going to do it and what you're going to do, the materials and everything, as per the requirements in the invitation to bidding. Because this bid document, what you're writing here, is just in response to what you were asked to do. So those people, they need an invitation for bidding, and you are responding to it. So in that invitation for bidding, there were those technical aspects of the project or the work to be done that were detailed in that one. And this is the work that you need here. You have this, you have this, you have that, you have this, and whoever thinks is qualified must possess this, must do this, ABCD. So that one you put in an envelope. Then there is the financial part. Now you break down probably the total cost of whatever you are going to go through, and probably what you are expecting these people to pay you, how much you are expecting these people to pay you. So all those ones are also put in writing, in details, according to how it was indicated in the invitation to bidding. So you submit these envelopes there. So once these envelopes are taken there, now coming to what we are saying, it means if you have to make 2 more copies, it means here we are looking about times 3 and both here times 3. 1 copy and 1 copy you are submitting to the procurement entity. 1 copy and 1 copy you are submitting to maybe you are keeping for yourself. 1 copy and 1 copy you are submitting to whoever you feel like is the interested party. So to the procurement entity, you submit 1 copy from this one. So like 2 copies. Now, basically, this procurement entity shall always indicate when the bid opening shall be conducted and held and where. So the bidders shall be notified that the bid opening ceremony shall be conducted at this place at this particular day, and everybody shall have to be present. So bids shall be opened in the presence of members of the IPDC and the bidders or their representatives. So it is something that shall need to be done in an open and transparent manner. So by being done in an open and transparent manner, it means the IPDC shall have to be there, the bidders themselves shall have to be there. Bids not open in public shall be rejected and returned unopened. So there is no way a bid should be opened when the bidders themselves are not present, or their representatives are not present, or members of the IPDC are not present. If such is the case, then there is an illegality there is a problem there, and such bids shall have to be rejected or returned. Why should they be returned? They will be returned on assumption that they have been tampered with, and there must be some biasness or some sort. Bid opening. Now, there is bid examination and bid evaluation. The evaluation team of the IPDC is then responsible for the evaluation of the bids. We have to remember that the IPDC has also a responsibility of coming up with the evaluation team. So this is an ad hoc committee or a special committee that is responsible for bid evaluation. So after the bid has been opened, they need to be looked into. First, they look at this document. Now, upon looking at this document, you find that out of 20 or 10 bids, probably 6 have succeeded. They have passed the some of the one. This one. Now, from there, other document that is talking about the finances. So we are assuming that here, out of these six, there is B and B investment has succeeded here on the technical aspect. Definitely, the evaluation team has to go to now the financial part of the same company, B and B investment, and see how about the financial aspect. Are they going to do good? So it is possible that when it comes to the spec, this B and B has scored highly. But now when it comes to the financial aspect, this B and B has scored poor. Why? Because probably the charge is so high. So the price that these people charge was just too much, way beyond what the procurement manager was expecting. So this one can be probably disqualified, can be eliminated our that's undefined. The fifth one will also be evaluated on the basis of the same. So when evaluating this one now, when the evaluation team is doing their job, they look at those two areas, the technical part and of course the financial part. Not only the financial part, but both of them. Because one can be a bit cheaper in terms of the charges that you're charging, but now when you look at the quality of the work that he or she can do as reflected in their this document, you see that though they are cheaper, but I think there's no way we should engage somebody just because they are cheaper, yet they are not going to give us the job that we want. So after they do the evaluation, this ad hoc committee prepares a big evaluation report with recommendations for award to be submitted to the IPTC. So this evaluation committee is a committee that reports to the IPTC. In other words, the IPTC is the mother body. Is the mother body of this evaluation committee. So whatever this evaluators may come up with, they send that recommendation to IPTC, and it is up to IPTC to take it further. So during examination and evaluation, the evaluation team shall evaluate and compare this to determine the lowest evaluated responsive bid for contract award. The lowest evaluated the bid has been evaluated and seems to be responsively is basically responding to exactly what we want. And of course, it is the lowest. So if these two conditions are met, the chances are this person is going to be awarded the contract. Why? Because one, the contract has been evaluated. Two, it has proved to be the lowest, and of course, responsive. If that is the case, the evaluation committee will always notify the IBTC that no, I think these ones are okay, we can go ahead. So, what happens after the lowest evaluated bid has been identified? After this one has been identified, but of course before recommending for contract award, the evaluation team shall determine if the bidder is capable of performing the contract, and that it has the necessary resources and capability to do so. They have recommended that when it comes to the technical aspects and all, this one is passed by and through. But financially, I mean, in terms of, because I think their charges are reasonable by and through. But still more, before this committee writes a recommendation to the IPBC, they still have to ascertain whether the contractor, that bidder, has financial muscles that will enable him or her to discharge his services. posting qualification. This is the verification of qualification, or known as posting qualification. Most of the things you are passing actually after doing evaluation, you are checking the OS and you are responsible for final group. But now, this final assessment just to verify that this person has the necessary resources and ability to do this role is also necessary. Of course, I'm afraid when it comes to public procurement, this is the area where things will now go sour. And a bidder who can be dropped at this stage has every good reason to go and seek clarification elsewhere. Why? Because he has undergone all those rigorous processes to the point that he has been successful. But now, there is this other stage of verification. Thirdly, this stage, if the evaluation itself is done in his absence, in the absence of all the bidders. So, while the bid opening was done while everyone was there, but now the evaluation committee sits in the room like this one and starts evaluating those documents. So, they are someone who seem to might have the potential, but now they say let us do the post qualification vetting. So this stage of post qualification vetting is the most dangerous one. So after bid opening and until contract award, the whole process must be confidential. After bid opening, that was done in public. Up until the contract award, the whole process must always be confidential. Any effort by a bidder to influence the procurement agency in its decision may result in rejection of the bidder's bid.